Today on the table we have an Ultimate Alliance, including 2 characters from the new Marvel Legends comic wave, including Ultimate Iron Man and Ultimate Miles Morales. And today I'll be coming at you with my review of them. Now, to start off, we gotta open these boys on up, which is why I got my little X-Acto knife here. We should just be able to peel this up. This might not work. That was actually the most irritating box I ever had to open. Taking a closer look at the figure, you can see he comes with a comic book, gripping hands, and these open hands. Now, this figure comes with no repulsor effects, but he does have peg holes in the hands and in the feet for your previous repulsor effects. Dude, this figure looks so cool out of the package. The paint details look nice. The only thing I could complain about is the blue looking a little too flat to be like a light effect. The head sculpt, taking a closer look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This crap is freaking awesome. These shoulder pads are also rubbery too, so they don't get in the way of your upwards arm movement. You can also see he has double jointed elbows and arm swivels. His fist can pivot back and forth. Not that far back because he does have some chunkier arms. But either way, it's still cool. He can bend that far forward and really, really good back bend. Now his torso has double ball joints, which is really freaking awesome. So you can twist him every which way. Now he's fully backwards. And they even help with it by giving the crotch piece some more of like a rubbery material. It's kind of like a little pliable. And then for his legs, he kick up freaking high. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Full kick up. And his kick back. Good kick back too. Oh my gosh. This guy has some impressive range for how bulky he is. Now, the knees, they're double jointed. He can kick his own butt all the way up there like that. He has his thigh swivel, of course. And his feet can pivot up and down. No toe joints. He kind of looks like he'd have a toe joint. Just how different the colors are of the parts. But I don't know. This guy looks pretty freaking good overall. Let's try out the other hands. Fists. Repulsor hands. And of course, gripping hands for his comic book. Now, the comic itself is really well designed. The paint is kind of faded on it, I'd say. It's not too bright, but it looks pretty good. I do wish these were printed on, like, white plastic, so it would look more like paper and stuff. But overall, I think it's a pretty neat accessory. They even, like, molded the staples on the side and, like, the fold of the pages in the middle. But it's not, like, a super necessary accessory. I feel like for something that's, like, a comic wave, I'd hope more so actual comic books in here. I think that would get people into it, and you could maybe throw in like a free month to Marvel Unlimited, or just something, you know, cool to help people out, maybe give people a sample of an issue or something. But overall, I'll tell you, this figure's pretty great. Now, I'm just going to show off some cool poses, and then we'll get to the size comparison. Now that that's out of the way, here's how he scales with some other figures. Here's how he stands with some other Iron Man. Here's him with some Captain Americas, Maximum Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, and some Hulks. Now that that's out of the way, we can take a look at Spider-Man. Crap. This figure comes out of the box with a wall-crawling hand and a thwipping hand, but he also comes with another thwipping hand, a comic-grabbing hand, and a fisted hand. Now, for the hands, it's not very good. I'm gonna be honest. You only get one full set of hands. Like, you can't even punch someone with 2 hands or anything. You can't wall crawl. It really limits what you can do with him. But with that, he also comes with a masked head, which I don't really like. It's like squinted eyes. And then, of course, his comic accessory. Now, the hands themselves do look pretty good. It does feel super freaking small. That's a main complaint I have with this guy, man. No matter how cool the articulation's on him, he's freaking tiny. And he's got the wide hips. Looking at the head, it is really well painted. He kind of looks older than what he's supposed to. But I'd say it's pretty accurate to the comic. Swapping that one out with his squinty eyes masked head, this is where it's at. This guy looks sweet. Now, he has some good paint detail on there. He has a lot of good articulation, too. Butterfly joints go pretty far in. Not too great, but not too bad either. They go out. I mean, they go like back. They go back really good. Even the butterfly joints don't look too bad all spread out. That's an issue with the Max one where like the legs of the spider are like on there, so it like spreads out weird. But this Miles does not suffer with any of those issues. Now his kick is, oh my gosh, that kick is really freaking far up. Those drop down hips are doing their job. The back goes far back. He has double jointed elbows, if you can get them all the way. Little swivelies at the arm. Drop down hips and double jointed knees. Even a boot cut, which is nice. And little foot articulations. No toe joints, though. And then he also has a torso joint with a diaphragm and an ab crunch, with pretty far deep bends and pretty far back bends. Now, this figure's actually way smaller than I thought he was. He looked way bigger in the pictures online. Now, let's just stand up to an Ultimate Iron Man. Like, this guy, he might be only like 5 inches tall. He's still cool, though. I just wish he was a little bit bigger. I get it's a young Miles, but dang. But I do gotta say, man, BBL Miles do got them extra wide hips. Like, look at that. That's literally like a full-on bump. You can't tell me they could have done anything better. They should have just engineered new legs like they did the torso. Taking a closer look at the comic here, it is Ultimate Spider-Man #1. It looks pretty good, you know, printed pretty nice, just like the last one, same mold and everything. But yeah, there's not really much you could say about it. It's just a neat little accessory. I just wish they did something more. Now that we've got the articulation accessory out the way, we're going to do some posing. Now that we got that out of the way, we're going to see how well he fits into your Spider-Verse. Starting out, we got the Maximum Spidey scaling pretty good with him. Superior Spidey, Scarlet Spider, Spider-Punk, CT Toys 2099, and if you want to scale him with your Amazing Fantasy Spidey, Miles turns up short. Overall, I'd say both these figures are really good, only lacking on the accessory department, and I would highly recommend adding them to your collections. Now let me know what you guys thought of these figures down below, and if you will be buying them. If you want to check out some of my other social media profiles, I will link them down below in the description, and I will link some other videos here to the side. Have a good one, y'all. See ya.